All right, so it's been a while since I've gone live. Hopefully, you can hear me. Mm, Let's see here. Maybe that's better. I hear myself really well. I'm close to the mic here. All right. So, I've done lives before, but I was just doing things. I wanted to kind of, guess you can say, reintroduce just myself. Really not really introduce. So first of all, I was actually doing this thing on YouTube. It's like just one channel. And then I was getting the signs that I was technically supposed to separate the two, where then I realized, oh, I have an idea already. Meaning, spiritually speaking, yes, I have a spiritual channel and I do spiritual things. But it's something to do with astrology. That's the point. One side is more on the spiritual side. One is, you can call it less spiritual, but it's more to do with languages and music, because music is a language and language can be music. So that's kind of the things I'm used to doing, and also things that I know I put a lot of energy into because it's fun. And that's it, it's fun. So, one of the things that I've experienced when it comes to anything public related is that there will be people who not only disagree with you, but basically bring your energy down. Not because they're doing it on purpose. I think they're doing it subconsciously. And what I want to do, you can say, is not give a fuck about that anymore. Because and I've learned that I can still be myself and not be so hyper and trying to please everyone, people pleaser energy. I don't want to do that anymore. At least I'm growing to realize, and I'm realizing that I really need to let that go and just go with the flow that feels really from the heart, right? Um, so yeah, so that's my kind of like my general journey in terms of what I've been doing. So I'm into music, and you probably see in my channel. Um, I don't post a lot because it takes a lot out of me, especially now. I also have Meniere's disease, which can be quite debilitating or limiting, because it's quite triggering, or I don't know if I'm going to get dizzy or something. But I've been able to, you can say, keep it at bay. Um, I drink a lot of vitamins. I make sure I get, one thing I know I absolutely do have is niacin. I realized niacin actually helps a lot. I used to be on a thing called, it's like a water pill, Covercell. It's called Covercell, but Covercell Plus. So, and that was when I was in swimming. Like I was training a lot and I was in a swim team. It was a lot of trying to prove my self worth to people. Um, and then I realized that it's like, what did I miss? What am I missing? Like, what am I doing? right? So and so this purpose of these lives, I want to try doing these. I don't know how often I'm going to do them. There's no promises. I'm going to go with the flow. Sorry. Um, just got a message here. One second. I'm just going to mute just 1 second. 1 second here. I was muted there. Um, so I'm really going to go with the two more childlike approach, where even I don't need to be as hyper as I was before, or where I'm balancing the energies. Because what I noticed about myself is that when it comes to reputation, it comes to worth, it's quite heavy and it affects my years. So it leads to stress, and stress is not good for you at all. It's probably, as we, most of us have probably actually realized, causes a lot of problems. But like right now, as I'm speaking, even as I speak, I feel like um, sometimes I wonder if I should be on YouTube, because I wonder if, like, people, if they say that if they can hear me or something like that. Um, but a lot of times people don't really, even I notice people don't necessarily listen to you. Like, they hear you, but they don't really listen to you. And that's something that's shifting, and but it's something to learn from, right? Because there's a reason behind that too, right? So, but that's not for me to cater to or solve or anything like that at all. I just want to lead by example. So, um, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to my, you can say, my sort of quiet self, but still expressive, but still balanced, and still, you know, if you know Bashar, he's a person channeled by Daryl Anka, um, and he talks about highest excitement. Those are his words, but the point is, it always comes back down to being like childlike. To me, that's always been a constant thing in my life. There are many times where I've forgotten about it, like why I do things in the first place, why I get into things, why I feel it, because mm, we're, as humans, we're so accustomed to and conditioned to judging things, labeling things. We can label things, we can put names on something because we want to, but when it becomes part of like the unhealthy ego, I call it the unhealthy ego, it just goes haywire, and it leads to other things like death and disaster and wars and all that stuff. And like, but I think it comes from experience that when trauma, stuff like that, especially what the pandemic gave us, you can say gave us, it's a reminder of our disconnection to our own natural selves. But whether an individual chooses to listen to that from within or not, that's really choice. Um, it doesn't invalidate anything like the person's experience, but validation doesn't come from it doesn't come from someone else. It comes from within. So, but talking about it usually doesn't help. Not least not for me. So I process things, like I do meditation. I just sit with it. I allow for it, and then it passes like a river. Right, passes, and then becomes the river becomes beautiful again. Right. So yeah, so anyways, in this channel, I wanted to focus on specifically like languages and music. So anything related to languages, like having fun with it, culture, all that kind of stuff, in the music. So that means just directly playing. I personally don't want to talk too much about many things. I just want to use it. So, what I'm going to do is you're going to see me switch sometimes, probably, and it's probably random. um, and probably the captions is probably going to show that it's going to be English, right? Canadian English. Um, it's fine. But with the world today, I don't believe in limitations. I've never believed in limitations. I believe that we can be everything and everything and everything and everything. So I could feel myself as very high energy. I can feel there's a sort of a pressure. And that's what happens when you're on camera. Um, I don't know. Being open to the vulnerability and then people judging you, whether they say it or not, it's still going to be there. So I'm just going to be like, okay. Yeah, things are a learning process. So um, I want to go straight into things. I wanted to show you like what I kind of do, and I don't want to have to explain things too much. People explain things. I feel like I'm going to explain. If you ask, or somehow you write in the comments later, maybe you see this live right now. And if you ask a question, go ahead and ask a question. Um, if I don't resonate with it, you'll know. Um, this pause that you're getting is not because I don't have anything to say. It's because I'm surrendering to what I'm feeling when it comes to this, because I'm live, and there's that something inside that goes like, oh, you have to do it right, you have to do it this way. I'm just like, no, not because I'm resisting it, but because it just doesn't resonate with me. There's a difference for me, at least, where it's like, mm, still want to, but at the same time, there's a reason for it. Gabrielle Bernstein talks about, if you know her, she's talked about how she says one of the things she said is, "Thank you, universe, for showing me what I do not want, so that I may know what I do want." Okay, so when it comes to, let's see, what have I done to so many things? Um, I've always been to languages since as far as I can remember. I mean, I grew up bilingual. Um, and I think my third language what was it? Oh, it was actually just French, because it's French, Canada. Um, French was my third language. Then it went into was Canadian French. Then it went to Cantonese. What is this? What's that? So that's so Tagalog English, and then technically it's one, and then the third one is French, and then Cantonese. What was the other one? Oh, Japanese. Then Korean, and then after that was after high school. What happened after that? S- Spanish, and then Castilian Spanish, the one in Spain. And then I went into, so eighth would be German, and then I went to university. I was in college. So in Canada, colleges are different from universities. Um, and then my ninth language was kind of all the same time. Norwegian, um, Hungarian. I actually took Russian and Polish, but I dropped those. I don't count those. Um, 11th language was Danish, and then things just kind of went from there. Oh, Dutch was somewhere there, which is where I kind of wanted to kind of share with you. I was watching this show called Raad is wat ik doe, and it's a beautiful show because it's like children in the show remind me of my childlikeness. It's like so beautiful. It's so cool. It's like they're just having fun. They're just enjoying themselves. And what they're doing is just sharing their. In the beginning, they share their what they want to be when they grow up. You know that usual question when we're asked, um, and it's just it's really just for fun. Um, and then they go into guessing. They're giving clues as to what this person career is or their job, basically. And so, yeah. And there's a part of me that wants to show off, but I don't want to confuse people too much. Dutch is such a beautiful language, by the way. German still is, and then what happened was Dutch kind of replaced that. Not only because I don't know, there's more of that thing because I feel like when you're drawn to a language, there's a reason behind it. It's not just you're drawn to it, not just the way it sounds, but also there's a spiritual connection to it. You know, um, that's how I feel. I met this one person in university who actually was into Finnish, and then she was very obsessed with Finland, and then Dutch. She kind of did Dutch on the side, but I noticed now that there's a reason for why I met this person, and I was like, oh, okay, you know. Um, so now I'm actually going, really going into it. Like I'm really exposing myself to Finnish a lot. Mutta en puhu hyvin suomeksi. So, kiitos. Hungarian was kind of it's all right. It's a weird sounding language, but it's beautiful too. It's related to Finnish. But yeah, Dutch is. Well, I want to replace Dutch. I want to replace German with Dutch because it's not only that. There's something about the culture and how it is, and I notice why I'm drawn to it because it's just Dutch are very direct and honest, culturally speaking. In a general sense. And then you probably why seeing these flags right here, right? So there's Slovenia right there, or Russia, and then the Netherlands there. There's a Slovene flag on this side, and on this side there's a Slovak flag with what's that one? Faroe Islands. And then this one is the original. If you know this one, this is the flag, the original flag of Scotland, not the what is that one called? I forgot what it's called. There's a name for it. One second. Someone's texting me. It's like, yeah, I'm actually going live right now. I'm live as in I'm on my channel live. So, did you have a question? Okay. So, yeah. What was it? Yeah. So that's kind of my language journey. And sometimes I switch back and forth with languages. It feels indecisive, but I'm going to continue to try and focus on a few things. Finnish is definitely one that's been consistent. So, yeah, I was actually speaking with a friend yesterday, no, 2 days ago, and I was using some Spanish with her, and it's funny because he actually said, "Oh, you actually got it right," and it's just like that. I was like, "Okay." The truth is, when it comes to languages, and this is something I grew up with, having to this is bilingual, but there's a part of me that felt kind of uncertain about things or like when I express them. Um, like, wondering if people actually understand me or anything like that. But then I realized, like, why am I wasting time or wasting, not time per se, wasting or going into that energy of like, I have to prove something to them. It's like, it's draining. It's fucking draining. I'm like, no, no, you know, yeah. It'd be nice to actually really, have a real genuine connection with people from these cultures where I focus on the language. I have met people. There was one person right here from Finland, and I was in what you call a spiritual circle, and he was online, and then it was just, then we were talking, and I wrote stuff in Finnish. I was like, that's cool. Um, I met people before from Hungary, which is a cool thing. Um, and then a bunch of other things too. So my thing with language is going back. I digress a little bit. So one thing with languages. I do want genuine fluency. That would be nice. There are times though where it's just like I just feel like I should just do it, regardless of whether I have fluency or not, or people say I have fluency, or I feel like I have fluency or not. I just I'm just gonna go with the flow because life's too short. It's more what's more important is about the connections I find. So yeah, I hope we can connect. So as for music, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out this. I'll be back. I'll show you. You've seen it probably before. Or I take out this my classical guitar. Then I'm setting up the stand here. So 1 second. .52% humidity. Great. Yay! Can you see that? Yeah. Um, for those who play classical guitar, it's they know what I'm talking about. Here's the thing that I noticed, and I'm not going to stress over it, but if you do want something and it does spark an interest in you, go for it. That includes things like if, let's say, you have questions about something, ask. Um, and even though we are in, many humans are spoon fed many things, that's not by any way judgment on my end. It is just, it's what we're used to. But I realize for myself that you can be given something, you can be given information, all that stuff. But it's experience, direct experience is key, which when it comes to languages, when it comes to direct experience, it's when I see direct experience, people sometimes think of right away. It's like doing. It starts with being first, or in language acquisition, to put it simply, input before output. And everybody argues about it as if it's something to argue about. I think it's a waste of time to argue about those kind of things. I think if we tap into something deeper, we'll start to realize that you start to realize. And whether I'm the one to tell you what that is, right now, I'm it's not resonating with me. Okay, so yeah, I feel like when I talk too much, especially today, I just was thinking about the energy right now. If I'm going to be talking too much, I feel it drains my energy. And you not have to, but you eventually start to learn to, when you start to really love yourself, you start to do things that resonate a lot with you. Um, that includes something like this, right? You don't have to explain anything. Um, so the goal again of these videos or these lives is not to educate; it's just to show. I'm not here to make educational videos, directly educational. That is, um, if it resonates with you, it resonates with you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I hope to continue doing it because I want to show. I want to show what I can do, um, not for any reason. I just want to have fun. And as childish as that sounds, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to tune my. Where's this one here? Okay. Are you guys familiar with the solfeggio frequencies? You know how there's certain frequencies that um, are better for the ears. Yeah, when I tune my guitar, it's on 432. So that's what I like. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the side here. And I want to check the guitar. Okay, let's see here. Western classical settings, and that's okay. You make use of what's already there. It still can be fun. There's gift in both non-limits and limits. It's what you do with it. So. Huh? Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's supposed to be 4. Oh. So there's a part of me that was feeling it's like, oh, I made mistakes. Oh no, I'm not supposed to make mistakes. Fuck it. Just go for it. Because when you're having fun, you don't really care. And there's a tendency for us to. I'm not going to go into that direction, but I'm just going to keep going. So I keep going back to old pieces because it's part of the process of like trying to, you can say, master it. It's just one of those things. It's like It doesn't matter whether you master something or not. It matters that you're enjoying it. Because if you master something, then you go to something else you're mastering. But which is more important? Were you actually enjoying it? Why were you mastering it in the first place? So, something that people might say food for thought, but you have to learn it. You have to experience it directly. So, I'm not going to preach. So, yeah. Oh, so technically that could have been. So, mhm. noticed inside me when I'm doing these things, the more I relax, the more and I don't care, the more it gets there much faster, gets to the perfection faster, so to speak. It just felt much easier, because that's all it is. It's just the stories in our minds, right? I'm just like, no, I can listen to that. Technically, it should be 4, right? Hmm. This one's fun. So that's good. Mm, there are so many things that I enjoy doing, and I didn't realize how many, really a lot of them are. And then I realize sometimes like, oh, I don't have enough time, but I didn't realize, oh, because I have so many things I'm doing. I'm literally like I'm literally exposed to so many languages, and I have technically right now three. Technically, there's four instruments. I haven't played the oboe in such a long time, so I might get back into that. But right now, my focus is on the guitar and mostly the flute. I'm getting back into the clarinet, so I can go back to the flute eventually. But yeah, so I'm gonna do more of these. I don't know if you were able to hear all that stuff, depending on the equipment. Sometimes it picks it up, sometimes it doesn't. And so if you didn't hear any of that, um, I don't know what to do with it. I might have to do some of the lives on a different laptop where you can actually hear it. So we'll have to see how that goes. Um, but anyways, so there it wasn't, there's a bit of pressure to get it right, but at the same time, it's not you. It's all in the head, sort of, conditioning. Um, yeah, I think that's about it for the live. I'm not going to go any further because I want to have just enough energy for myself. And yeah, let's see what happens. I'm going to relax a little bit more. I'm going to hang out with a friend probably. Thank you for watching. For those who are watching or who will see this, that was fun. I got to go through those other things. And this is just the first of the, I guess you can call it a series or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it could be. I put it as one. So hopefully, I can only hope that you be open to the energies that I have. Yeah. So we'll see. Anyways, thank you for all that you've seen. Thank you for all this stuff. Thank you in the future. So grateful for so many of these things in my life. Things I've invested in because I wanted to do them. Let's follow that. My little, you can say unsolicited advice, more like a tip. Always follow that. Always follow that. Your heart, your child, your inner child. Listen to it all the time. Seem to go through healing. That's usually also the best way. Well, not, I wouldn't say the best way. There's no such thing. But what works for you? For me, this is what works. I find that I can express myself a little bit more through music. And through this talking, not really. Yeah, it is, but it used to be so much more intense, and it's just kind of like. So, anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later and stream. Bye.